Hey, this is Zach. Welcome to Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Today is Thursday, September 5th, and we're going to be talking about DeFi on the Flare network. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice. If you're delegating Flare or Songbird, you're going to get paid delegation rewards twice a week from your FTSO. If you're using the Bifrost wallet, you could take those delegation rewards and put them to work elsewhere. Now, what I've been doing, I've been taking these delegation rewards and putting them to work on Enosys and Kinetic. Let's take a look at how that works. So you go to Enosys' website directly in the Bifrost wallet, you connect your wallet. What you do is you put your money into liquidity pools, which then earn you APSIS. Now you earn APSIS every second. You can cash it out whenever you want and collect your reward. You can unstake from that liquidity pool whenever you want. It's worth trying out. I think it's a fun time. Now listen to this. You take your Flare or your Songbird and you're earning delegation rewards. You take those delegation rewards over to Enosys and you put them in liquidity pools where you could either earn APSIS on the Flare network or Songbird Finance, SFIN on the Songbird network, and then you start earning APSIS and SFIN, take that and then you re-put that in the pool. So you're just doubling down constantly in DeFi. On Enosys, you'll be earning, if you're in the Flare network, APSIS, no matter what liquidity pool and assets you put in, whether it's ETH, QNT, Flare, SFlare, HLN, you'll be earning APSIS. Now you earn APSIS and you want to take that money and double it back down, you have to trade 50% of it in the DEX option on Enosys. That way you have money for a liquidity pool. You can't stake APSIS and earn more APSIS. You have to stake HLN with APSIS. You have to stake QNT with APSIS. It's a liquidity pool with two assets. Once you swap 50% of your earned APSIS for that other asset, whether it's QNT, Flare, HLN, you click on the hamburger in the upper right and you press liquidity. You then go down to the liquidity pool of your choice and you give 100% of the two assets that you just created. You have your delegation reward and APSIS, you traded 50% of it for HLN, that's what I did here. You go into liquidity and you give 100% of those assets and approve them for staking. And you'll see that it makes your assets disappear and it gives you in return an LP asset, a liquidity pool asset. You then go into farm, you go into the farms option, you find that liquidity pool, you approve and you stake your liquidity pool tokens to the liquidity pool. And you're starting to have more pots earning money. I'd say it's a good time. It's definitely worth checking out. Now, Kinetic Markets, you take your money there and you're able to supply people with money for loans and you're able to borrow against the money you have on there with the money that others have supplied as well. Right now, Kinetic is pretty new. It's new to Flare. And as you can see, when I went on there to put my funds on, they did not have the space for me to stake my Flare. They did not have the space for me to supply my Flare. The incentives for this month just came out yesterday, and already their pool is full for Flare. I found that interesting, so I had Flare to play with. Now, I collected my rewards for Key and Jewel because I had been staking their token Jewel, and they pay you in Key, which is staked Jewel, when you get your earnings. So these are two different DeFi protocols that I'm playing with. Now, I had some Flare left over, and I wanted to go take a look at what the Blockbones were doing. Blockbones is an NFT project on Flare, but it provides some DeFi aspects to it, being that if you own their NFT, you get paid in their token Bones, BNZ. They're gonna have rarity-based rewards coming out. Currently, the rewards are pretty equal amongst the different NFTs, but soon it will be rarity-based. There are 5 different traits with the Blockbones. So you could have a simple skeleton, just being a base layer. You could add a background to this. You could add eyes to this. You could add a mouthpiece to this. You could add a chain or a jacket to this. And if you have all 5 filled out, you'll be at the most you can be for a rarity-based reward based on whatever build you have. All the different traits have rarity to them. So if you have different traits with different rarity, your completed BNZ is gonna earn more when these rewards come out. I decided I was gonna buy some eyes. My characters need some eyes. I have a few Blockbones. None of them have eyes yet. I don't believe that you can even fuse these yet. But I bought the eyes, and I bought a background. I took it over to BNC's website, and I fused the background to my Blockbones. So here it is. Here's a fused background to my Blockbones. DeFi on Flare. We have Enosys. We have Kinetic Markets. We have Blockbones. It's easy to take part. You delegate your Flare, and then you take your delegation rewards, and go play with some DeFi. That way you're kind of playing with the house's money. It's a fun time. It's a doubling down game. Put 20 bucks in Enosys. See how it goes. 20 bucks a Flare. Start earning APSIS. Start collecting it weekly and doubling down. Go and take a look at Kinetic Markets. buy some Jewel. You could always stake Jewel there. Their pool for Flare filled up really fast. It came out on the 4th with their new incentives for the month. It's already filled up. Today's the 5th. I already had some Flare that in my mind I was going to spend, so I took it over to X-Haven and I bought myself some traits for my Blockbones. I fused that. You have to burn BNZ in order to fuse your trait. Thankfully, my Blockbones NFTs are earning me the token BNZ. You own this NFT, and it constantly, just like Enosys, is earning you the token BNZ, which you can collect every second. I like to wait a week or two, come back, collect them, play the doubling down game. There's no reason to cash it out. You know, you just keep doubling down. Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us.